Hi Dr. Kumar, I hope you're well. I put this video together for you to give you an understanding of how the digital space works when it comes to ranking websites online and just Google's kind of processes. So I've had a look at your websites, and as mentioned before, they are built really nicely. They obviously offer what's required. You've got appointment bookings, you've got phone numbers there. Now what I would do is, this is just simple kind of design thing. I will put a phone number up here in this corner, just a button, click to call. That way when people browsing on mobile, they can click to call and book an appointment instead of having to scroll down to the bottom and do it here. But what I really want to discuss with you is just the process of the search engines and how that kind of works in the context of the online space. So, for example, if I do a search for skin cancer clinic, you'll see there are three things. There's this ads here. Now, you were paying for ads before. I'm not sure if you're still paying for ads now, but keep in mind that ads, especially in the health industry, to get up to this top spot, these people are probably paying thousands of dollars a day to stay up in this top spot. Because when it comes to the health industry, Google is very, very, very strict as to what they put up the top. Because obviously it can impact people's lives. So what they call it is your money, your life. So YMYL, so people paying money for health services or anything related to health, Google need to make sure that what they are promoting and what they've got on the top of their search engines is accurate, relevant, and won't cause harm to people. So yeah, you've got your paid ads here, and then you have your map pack here. So the map pack is the local kind of directory for Google. And it generally only shows the top 3 up here. Now there are ways to optimize this as well for your area, and I can go over those in a different video for you if you like. But essentially, this is what you want to be. This is where you want to be. So the map pack is obviously one place you want to be, and you want to be here as well. This is the organic rankings, and these are the sites that Google for this certain term, skin cancer clinic. These are the sites that Google thinks are the most, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. They show the most expertise, they show the most authoritativeness, and they show the most trust in the eyes of Google, that is. Now, that's an acronym you can say is EAT. So just like humans need to eat to survive, websites also need to eat to survive. So how do you build expertise? Now, expertise is something that it's more about building your brand and building your brand online and getting your name out there online. And it is a process. It's not something that can be done overnight. SEO, search engine optimization, is not something that's done overnight, especially in the health industry. It's a very, very challenging industry to get ranking, but obviously it's something that is obviously very beneficial should it be able to be done. And so what you can do with expertise is, I'm not sure if you've already offered blog posts, health advice, interviews online, everything like that. Anything that you can add your presence to and add your brand to and add, just your expertise to, and get a link back to your site. If you can kind of link that all together, what that does, it builds you as an expert in the field. And Google obviously needs experts in the field to be able to rank for those top spots for those keywords that you want. So, getting out there, maybe adding a blog to your sites is also one thing to do to help. It just informative blogs, health advice, anything like that. Something that's definitely going to help build that expertise. And these three things but linked together, by the way: expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. So yeah, building your brand, going out there, doing interviews, advice columns, anything like that. Just a way to get your name out there on the net and get it linking back to your site is going to help get that expertise element for Google. Now, there's authoritativeness and trust. So picture it like a schoolyard where you've got the popular kids, and essentially the popular kids like they run the schoolyards. Think of the popular kids as these here. So these are the popular kids. Now, how do they get up here? By what's called backlinks or votes to the site. So a backlink is essentially, like I said, a vote to a site, and it helps build up authority. So you see here, there's authority. Now, obviously you got zero authority in the site, and that's because you don't have many backlinks coming to your site. You don't have, I guess, endorsements. Think of them as online endorsements. For example, one thing you could do is if you have accreditations with any businesses online with accreditations, obviously you've got medical accreditation, everything like that. See if you can link them. See if you can link them on your website and get a link from those pages to you. And obviously link out from your page to these things. And what that shows Google is that, okay, this is obviously a very authoritative site you're linking to, and you're getting a link from this authoritative site, which means obviously when it comes to the health industry or what this accreditation is about, shows that you have authority in that domain, you're an expert in that domain, and can be trusted. So things like getting accreditations on your site that you can link out to is one big thing. Also, again, those blog posts, advice columns, anything where you can get a link back from your site, a YouTube channel, anything like that. Social media presence, any YouTube kind of videos, any blogs, advice columns, everything like that is going to help your site get the expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. It's going to help your site eat, and it's going to keep it well nourished, and eventually, over time, it does go to the top because Google then sees you as an expert in the field, an authoritative and trustworthy site. I'll show you what I mean. So if I go to CBD, this one here, if I go back to my tool here, once it loads, you'll see that there's a domain authority, page authority, and everything like that. Now, a backlink here. So this is where they're getting links from. So, cbdwomenshealth.com.au. These are all sites where they're getting their links from, and these help them. These help build authority for these sites. So it's all about a link building practice. It's all about building expertise. Like I said, I know I've said it a lot of times, but getting your brand out there, getting links from blogs, getting links from these authoritative sites back to your site helps with the ranking process. And like I mentioned before, the health industry is a very, very, very convoluted and tricky one, especially online, because as it should be, because Google needs to make sure that the sites it obviously promotes, having it on the first pages, obviously sites that they're promoting as knowing what they're talking about, essentially. And that's where if you kind of work on these things that I've given you, and obviously I can help you with this, just please reach out, then this will help build your site up to that top. It is a lengthy process. It's not something that happened overnight, but it is something that at the end of the day is well worth it, and you find yourself not spending thousands of dollars on ads just to stay at that top space. Instead of renting space on page one, you're essentially owning space on page one, and that's essentially what you want. Anyway, I'm going to stop there, but I hope this was this provided some clarity and gave you enough information to feel confident in what you'd like your next steps to be. But if you want to, please contact me on 0401 913 786, or you can reach me at Roger, ROGER, at rjwdigital.com.au. Thank you.